go for Brooke! All right, this next comedian, I'm happy to bring him to the stage. He's got an awesome name. Please make it loud for Uncle Stunkle!
Howdy, Uncle Stunkle, that's right. Standing by it. Yeah, Uncle I wasn't born an uncle, but Stunkle, that shit has been with me since the beginning. That is my real last name. So fun. Kids have terrible ideas for what jokes are, so I was an easy target. There'd be a stinky lunch in the cafeteria, I was blamed. A loose fart at PE, that was me. And it hurt. It hurt mostly because it was true. I was the stinky kid. Someone's got to be the stinky kid in your class, and it was me. But it wasn't my fault. It was my dad's. He was a hoarder who smoked inside. And so that stinks. And it actually put me firmly on the white trash spectrum. I don't know if any of you are white trash or familiar with white trash. But I was there. I may not look it or sound it, but I was there. And my specific smell, a lot of times white trash kind of comes with a flavor profile. And since my dad was a hoarder and he fixed all the leaks with buckets and rags, my flavor profile was Marlboro Lights and mildew. I know, it was tough. I mean, I clearly survived. I'm in LA, I got out, I'm free. But, you know, you start to think that's like your destiny. And so I always just blame my dad, though. But when I was a kid, I started playing t-ball. And I was at the ball field, and I learned, actually, your name is your destiny. It's not my dad. So I was playing at the ball field. I was there at the bathroom, the one bathroom that worked. Some kids started busting in. And so I'm just there peeing in a toilet. My gray baseball pants are around my ankles. Boys bust in. Stunkle is across the back of my jersey. And so immediately they have very stupid jokes. Oh, you gonna fucking stink the place up? And I would love to comment because, like, I don't know how to fight, but I know how to like make people like cry with my comments. But again, my gray baseball pants are around my ankles, and that's no time to fight back. I was also outnumbered in the bathroom, so I just pull my pants and then I go. So I run, I get to the game, and it's my first up at bat. Again, it's t-ball, and I take a swing, and I hit the stand, which means don't run. But as soon as I made contact, something inside of me broke, and it all just started coming out. And so I panic and I run. So I'm running, and I know full well I'm not supposed to. And I know I'm getting to first base, and there is no help for me there. And I look to the dugout, and no one knows what's going on, so I just keep running. And then it's the foul fence, and then I just jump over that. And then I keep running to that bathroom, and I'm back. Alone in that bathroom where it all started. Except now, I have an empty bladder, and it's all over these gray baseball pants. And I piss myself. And no one comes for me. And I look myself in the mirror and I say, Stunkle, you're by yourself. So I clean myself up off as best I can. I go to the dugout. A few innings go by. Coach looks at me and goes, what is that smell? I say, me, Coach. It's my destiny. But destinies can change, you know, you just gotta be patient. And so one time, I was 16, and my sister's dyslexic friend looked at my last name and said 5 words that reversed the curse. Stunkle, spelled backwards, is elk nuts. Now, maybe not a big deal to you, but in my white trash ecosystem at 16, I went from stunk to nuts. And being shit and being crazy and being nuts is really different to a 16-year-old. And I embraced it. I got into Jackass, and I was like, no, I'm not the stinky guy, I'm the crazy guy. And I loved it. I adopted the identity immediately. I got a new email, it said elk nuts. I got vanity plates on my car. And I also, my girlfriend got me custom Nikes that said elk on one left and then nuts on the right. And I loved that identity, but it did fade. And eventually, I didn't have any names. I was just a normal guy named Adam. And it was really boring. But my sister called me one day and said, you're gonna be an uncle. And I thought, holy shit. I've got an all-timer uncle name. And you know what those fucking idiots call me? Uncle Adam. What a waste of a good fucking name. So then I thought, okay, what do I do with it now? It stinks. I looked it up on ChatGPT, actually. I looked up what my name might mean on ChatGPT, and it means, in German, to cause a little stink or a ruckus. And that's what I hope I have done here tonight. May my stink linger with all of you like a fart in your hoodie. Thank you.